Yo, it's your boy Adam. In today's video, we have got a live coaching session that we have done with one of our viewers, and we're going to be breaking down some of the mistakes that he has made, some of the things he does right, what I do right, and just talking to you about that, because maybe it'll help you out, because mistakes that he makes, I'm sure a lot of people make. He is a go-to player. 17 wins is the most wins he has had on Futchamps. He wanted to mainly work on his sort of defensive game, but we also looked at his overall game, looked at his custom tactics, his team, his chemistry styles. But in today's video, we will be looking at the gameplay. That is a thing we're going to be focusing on. So if you do like videos like this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. So what we're going to be doing is pausing at certain points. For example, at that point there, I'm going to show you exactly the mistake that I believe he has done. So he has passed it with Dembele, and he's triggered the run right with Dembele, and I knew he was going to do this straight away. It's just obvious for me as an elite player to predict when people are going to do it, and even if they don't do it, I always drag back my fullbacks into position. So at the point he has already made his player make a run, you can already see my right back Walker is well ahead of his winger, and we managed to regain the ball there. So that's just one thing you want to sort of look out for, and not make mistakes like that. When I was doing the coaching session, you can DM me on Twitter or Instagram if you're interested. Then obviously I was talking to him live, and now we're just doing a camera and a voiceover. So at this point, we've done a through ball and we're quite ahead of his defender. If I just rewind it back, you will see that he is controlling his centre back too late. At this point, he should anticipate that Mbappe is running through on goal. He should be controlling Ramos, should be controlling him, and he's controlling him now. But it's very dangerous. The only point the way he got away with it is because it's team of the year, Ramos, who is extremely quick. But yeah, he managed to keep up with us there within a bit of left stick dribbling, trying to see if we can break him down, being a bit patient. You need to be left stick dribbling in these areas. Be patient. You don't need to just pass from your defenders to your forwards really quick. And at this point, you can see he's controlling Sissoko. He should be controlling his centre-back. I'm literally in the face of his centre-back, and he doesn't change player in time. This is one of the most common mistakes that he was making. Not changing players quick enough, changing to the wrong players, that sort of thing. I do a simple fake shot with Mbappe, and then we managed to go 2-0 up in this game. So let's see some of the other mistakes he made. So he's got the ball now. He's on the attack. He's got the ball with Dembele. And look at the way I'm defending. You can see he's passing it back. I'm not giving him any space, any time. Look, I'm changing it straight away. Neymar, press, back off. Mbappe, I'm pressing him. Now we're going to change the player to... Well, I didn't even need to change the player. He cleared the ball away. But yeah, that was just one sort of point there that I was trying to make about how I'm pressing and putting my players back in position. Okay, let's see how we attack him here. I feel like in this point, he's giving me way too much space. He's got 3 players in front of Mbappe, and no one is pressuring me. It's too easy. It's easy for me to trigger runs. It's easy for me to look where to pass to, or do something completely different. You need to add a bit of pressure to me. Definitely need to change players quicker. And also, you're changing players a bit too much. You change from Sissoko to the player behind him, not quite sure who it is, like 5 times in the space of that 5 seconds that I just showed you there. So you don't need to change players that much. You can focus on just the 2 main DMs, and then when I'm in your defensive areas, then you can change player. But yeah, the pass doesn't end up going through, and he manages to retain it well, I guess, but could have potentially led to a goal. And this is the point that I was making earlier. Be patient with your attacks, because this is one of the most common mistakes that he was making when we was playing. If you just watch, he passes it from Ramos. If you look at the bottom radar, his fullback, my fullback Walker is completely in a safe position. That ball was never gonna sort of put him in danger, unless maybe it was over the top, but definitely not on the floor from that position. And then he's just given the ball away. And when you're playing against a lot of players in Futchamps that are very sweaty, that dominate possession, it means that you giving the ball away, they're going to have it for 10 minutes, and you're attacking, and you're giving it, and you're literally giving the ball away really quick. But yeah, look at this attack that he's doing here. He's passing it around way more, but look at the way I am pressing him. He has got nowhere to go. Now Hullet, press back off, press back off. Now Joe Gomez straight into him. The moment I see him take a heavy touch, I am right into him. So for quite a while there, he was trying to pass it around, and I was constantly going at him. That there is a simple mistake. You done a drag back with Kante. You shouldn't have done that. It's just a simple mistake. I guess people make it. But if you look at the halftime stats, I've got 70% possession. Your pass accuracy is extremely good, and so is mine. So that's one thing you definitely want to keep up. But yeah, I'm just dominating possession. But also, because I was doing a live commentary while playing him, that was probably why I was passing it a little bit more. But yeah, when I do play games against players that are not as skilled, I guess it's very easy for me to dominate that much. And this was something I wanted to highlight as well. We just kicked off the game. It's 46th minute. That was literally from kickoff. In his first thoughts was to do a bridge skill when I've got 2 defenders there. And obviously bridge skill has been nerfed slightly as well. But yeah, bridge skill from kickoff when I've got 2 players there. It's not something you're going to want to do. When I play against Gold 1 players, when I play play against Elite 1 players, Elite 2 players, what do they do from kickoff? They absolutely abuse the mechanics. I personally believe in a kickoff glitch where you pass it around for 5-10 minutes and eventually something opens up and you got more chance of scoring from kickoff. So yeah, be patient. There's no need to try and get a goal instantly from kickoff. You've got all the time in the world. But yeah, we're going to watch this clip now. He is passing it around constantly. And this is what I like more of this sort of thing. You're doing constant left cheek dribbling. Every time I'm trying to get close to him, he is not letting me get it. And you got quite unlucky there. Maybe if you perform the skill turn, add that to your arsenal. It's a really good skill move when you're one-on-one with defenders. You might have won the ball back there, but that is more like it. A lot of less stick dribbling, a lot of just not letting me get the ball. Maybe a bit of agile dribbling as well. But yeah, let's see how he defends in this situation here. We've got the ball with Hullet, pass it into Kante. I'm just waiting to build up the attack. Walker, is he changing players quick enough? Let's look at his DMs. He's changed play out twice there. You need to be pressing Alessandrini right now, whether it's with Mendy or whoever you are controlling right now. You control Morris quite a lot in the sort of midfield areas as well, I've noticed. But yeah, press me a little bit more. You're backing off quite a bit. There's no need. You're giving me quite a lot of space on the ball. And then we're just comfortable on the ball. I'm just waiting. I feel like an opportunity is going to come now because he's not giving me any pressure. It's just very easy. Got the ball with Neymar, Kante, we're just waiting. Like, I need you to press me right now. That's something you're going to definitely want to work on. And then he changes players there. And when he's in this position, he got quite unlucky, to be fair to him. But he still managed to get the ball back because it ended up going back to him. But that was a little bit better towards the end. But definitely in the midfield areas, you do want to be pressing me a little bit more. In this area here, it's actually a pretty good attack. And he manages to bring it back to 3-1. But yeah, that was a pretty good goal there. He built up his attack pretty well. And yeah, a bit more of that would be good. So this is our example from kickoff. We saw how he attacks from kickoff. And now this is how I attack from kickoff. So his one was literally from 45th to 46th minute. He gave it away. And our one, we've passed it from like the 74th to 75th minute. And look, we're going to show you this right back here. Once we got to Sergio Ramos, look how we just beat him very easily here. So in this position here, he's not in a good position. It's very easy for me to do a scoop turn and just get around Sergio Ramos. You need to be jockeying my strikers in a position where you can anticipate whether I go left, whether I go right. It's very difficult because some players, they'll do a La Croqueta, they'll do a scoop turn, Elastico, they'll do a bridge skill, and they'll change it up. But you just have to be jockeying in a position where you can anticipate any movement. And then as we do here, we've done the scoop turn, and that was the difference. 4 minutes, I passed it around and got a kickoff goal and abused the mechanics of the game. And what he done from kickoff is give it away instantly, and we got the attack. But that was the first game. We played a couple matches as well as doing other stuff, but we're going to show you the other match as well. But yeah, what I always recommend, seriously, it is so underrated. Watch the match highlights. You need to see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Like, for example, here in this clip, you can see I'm doing the drag back, and look at where his centre back is. His centre back is way too committed to that side. If he does a manual tackle, it's probably a penalty. So you don't do a manual tackle and just look. It's just very easy for me to just go behind Koundé, and I believe that put us 1-0 up that we were speaking at that point. But yeah, watch your match highlights because also you want to see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and also if the game has screwed you, because there are so many like issues with this game, trust me, at some point you would have made a mistake or the opponent would have made a mistake. So if you just look back on it and see what you're doing constantly wrong when you're playing Futchamps, division rivals, whatever game mode. But yeah, in this second game, there was quite a lot of goals. So what we're going to be doing is looking at the goals basically and breaking down what he done right or wrong. And again, similar to the last goal that I just showed you, look at where Koundé is. If I do a drag back right now, he just looks overcommitted to the right side. I'm not even sure if he's jogging at this point, but yeah, you need to be jogging and just standing back a little bit more. Drag back, near post, and it's an easy goal, and that puts us 1-0 up. That was the 4th minute, so that might have actually been from kickoff as well, just to highlight the importance of abusing the mechanics of the game. If you're trying to play to the meta, this is what you got to do because everyone else is going to be doing it anyway. We pass it into Neymar. He doesn't press me quick enough. And it's a quick turn. When you're playing against Mbappe and Neymar, they can score on either side, really. You turn really quick, and it's an easy goal there, 2-0. Ramos is in no man's land. So that puts us 2-0 up, 13th minute. We're going to see how we defend this area here. So we're passing of our 2 DMs, trying to build up our attack. Kante feeds it into Mbappe, and Ramos and Koundé are 2 centre-backs. They're in decent positions now. There ain't much on. Let's see what I build up here. So I turn, bit of left stick dribbling. He's giving me tons of space. He could be pressing me a little bit harder, which he's done there with Kante into Neymar. Still, your team looks very deep. I'm not sure what depth he was playing at this point. We did speak about his custom tactics after this and look into it. But yeah, your team did look very deep. But yeah, you could obviously do an offside trap if you wanted to at this point. But it is quite risky. That's why I don't advise it. But yeah, definitely press me a little bit harder with your DMs. And you was controlling Koundé there, right? When I'm one-on-one with Neymar, and you switched to Ramos, which is a big mistake. There was no need to play a six. There was no need to play a switch right there. You was marking me with the right centre back, but now you switch to Sergio Ramos. He's in no position ever to cover Neymar in time. And then I'm basically through a shoot near post, and it's a really good finish. So yeah, don't play a switch so much when you're in the penalty area. Just focus on the couple key players and use them to press and tackle, because end of the day, if you change players there, you're never going to defend. But yeah, halftime stats, possession is a bit closer than the last game, but your pass accuracy was quite a bit lower at this time. So we've got Hullet here. We're turning. We've got tons of space on the right side this time, but he changes to Mendy a little bit late, but he manages to get back in position. And at this point, he's already dragged out Sergio Ramos, and there is a massive space there. I've got two players. I've got Marcus Rashford, and I've got someone else next to him, maybe Kante. But yeah, you've dragged out your centre back there, which is a very, very common mistake. Maybe like gold 3 players, silver 1 players, probably the most common mistake that they make. And yeah, we get a little bit glitchy here with the defenders and strikers, and that shot was absolutely unbelievable. I don't really know how that went in. But yeah, that put us 4-0 up. And at this point, we're just on this second game, just to let you guys know as well the context of it, we was playing ultra attacking. I just really wanted to test him because his defending was what he wanted to work on the most. So I was ultra attacking. I was constant pressure. I was constantly at him to see how we can cope with it. We managed to press the ball up really high there with our centre back. We pass it inside and we get a couple ricochets and it's a goal. But that's what I meant. If you was to watch back this match highlight, you might think, oh wow, the computer screwed me over there. It was EA's fault. It was FIFA's fault. But it wasn't. Adam Traore attacked them really high. He didn't mark the winger quick enough, and then it was sort of FIFA's mistake. So don't just blame everything on the game. You have to take some responsibility on your hands. End of the day, if there are players that can go 30-0 on a game, regardless of what their squad is, then obviously they must be doing something right compared to us. But yeah, let's see how we attack now. We're doing Neymar. We triggered his run there. Very obvious that we're triggering his run. You need to use Sergio Ramos and run back quicker. We're just going to rewind that back now, and I'll just show you. At this point, when I've done a 1-2, you can just see Neymar's hand there, right? At this point, I'd be running back with Ramos instantly. But I can already see Ramos is running inside. You're running inside. You're trying to press the ball and win it high, which is okay. But if I've done a through ball with a lot of power, kind of like that, maybe it didn't have that much power, then yeah, it can put you in a dangerous position. And then here, we're just left stick dribbling, waiting to see if we can have any players. I do a Balassi flick, and then yeah. Again, it's a little bit glitchy, but this stems from my first point. It was initially his mistake, but then eventually the game kind of rewarded me for attacking. But if you're someone that's going to have 60% possession every game, and you're attacking a lot as well, and left stick dribbling in the areas, you are going to create more chances. That's just the mechanics. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been your boy. Leaves you one more thing to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Safe.